How losing my phone taught me to reconnect with the world. Losing your phone in today's world is like losing a vital organ. It's not fatal, but you're definitely questioning how you'll survive. But it can also feel like losing your brain and your best friend all at once. Last June, my beloved rectangle of true crime documentaries and last-minute Google searches decided it had had enough of me. 1 second it was laying on my chest as I succumbed to a brief slumber. And when I awoke from my pleasant afternoon nap in the park, I realized it was gone. Possibly hitchhiking with the raccoon on its way to a better life. At first, I was in denial. I panicked. Then I was confused. Then I panicked again. But, surprisingly, after a while, losing my phone forced me to do the unthinkable. Reconnect with the world. Day 1. Phantom vibrations and existential crisis. The first day was a waking nightmare. Every 5 minutes, I'd reach into my pocket expecting to feel my phone, only to come up empty-handed like some tragic game of hide-and-seek. Worse, I kept feeling phantom vibrations. My thigh convinced me I was connected, but nope, just my nervous system pranking me. Without my phone, I suddenly noticed how much time I spent avoiding, well, everything. Waiting in line? I'd usually scroll, waiting for my order. Quick peek at Facebook. Now I had nothing. Just me and my raw, unfiltered thoughts. Let me tell you, my thoughts are not great company. They're like that one friend who says, you know, this is probably your fault. Day 2. People have faces. By day 2, things got weird. For the first time in years, I looked at people's faces. You know, like really looked. Did you know people blink and smile and sometimes frown when you stare at them too long? I had no idea. Without my phone, I was forced to engage in the ancient human tradition of making eye contact. Spoiler, I'm terrible at it. I also started noticing nature. There were birds chirping like they were holding a tiny avian rave. And I swear a squirrel gave me a judgmental look when I tripped over a crack in the sidewalk. Honestly, without my phone distracting me, it felt like I was in a National Geographic special, starring me as confused guy reacquaints himself with reality. Day 3. Social torture. Without my phone as a social shield, I had no chance but to talk to people. And by talk, I mean blurt out awkward sentences like a malfunctioning robot. Someone in line at the coffee shop said, "Nice weather we're having." I panicked, replying, "Yeah, I love how wet the sun is today." They stared. I stared. We both knew this wasn't going well, but there were small victories. I had a whole conversation with the cashier about the rising price of eggs, which somehow led to her telling me about her cousin's suspiciously convenient alibi during a family barbecue incident. I was too scared to ask for details, but it reminded me why I love crime stories. People are weird, man. Day 5. Becoming a detective. By day 5, I was leaning into my phoneless existence like a low-budget Sherlock Holmes. Without podcasts or streaming documentaries, I started investigating the mysteries around me. Why was my neighbor always wearing sunglasses at night? Who left the half-eaten donut on the park bench? And most importantly, why do pigeons always walk like they're up to something? Every small detail felt like a clue, even if most of them led nowhere. I started imagining dramatic voiceovers narrating my day.
It was 4:15 p.m. when he spotted the mailman delivering a suspiciously large package. Was it just a new blender or something more sinister?
The conclusion. Life beyond the screen. Eventually, I got a replacement phone. When I turned it on, the flood of notifications almost sent me into a cardiac arrest. But something had changed. I didn't immediately dive back into the endless abyss of apps. Losing my phone made me realize there's a whole world out there, full of strange people, mysterious squirrels, and pigeons possibly plotting world domination. Now, I still binge crime documentaries, but I also look up and notice what's around me. Because sometimes, the greatest mystery isn't on Netflix. It's why the guy 2 tables over is eating spaghetti with a spoon.